Hi everyone, I'm Brad Durbin. I'm with AppPack, or our company's Ubersimple, but we made a product called AppPack. And what we found out is we started off with a product that would help businesses connect to their consumer audience quickly, painlessly, and give the ability to have more qualified customers at the end of the day. But what happened in that process is we ended up with a big engine that did a lot of extra things, and we're finding all these great uses for it. So what I want to show tonight is a quick example, and I can talk more about the features. So we're all here tonight at BNT, and there's great speakers tonight. There's a lot of information to collect, but that means we all have to go around, collect business cards, collect paper, and then go home and do something with it. We thought that process initially was just wrong. It's just so much extra work, it's hard to do, and it doesn't fit timelines of typically your consumers, your clients, or potential clients. So we made a way that we said, well, what if you could collect this information as quick as possible? And through that, we came up with a product that lets you do that. And I want to show real quick, if we were to type in a code, so tonight's code is BNT27. When I download this, it comes down into my list. I've got all the information here for BNT. If I tap on Chris's name, he's the organizer, I can connect through him to Facebook, I can visit his website, I can even draft an email to him to try to connect. There's also a company side, so we have Meetup being the company side in this case, where we can put things like the website, the event, take it right over to the address where we're all here tonight, so you can get here and navigate here without any issues. And if you saw, I just downloaded this, and I've already got all this information right at my fingertips. So if you can think of clients who could have your business information this quickly, or you're at a trade show where you're collecting a lot of information, it'd be nice to have it this fast. So then we took it one step further and we said, well, what if we could aggregate even more information? So we took this one step further and we said, well, there's 7 speakers here tonight. What if you could collect all the information just through this one pack? And now this is what we've done. So if I go ahead and touch these links, there's Mortgage Auction, there's Dimitri, there's all these different companies that I can download just as fast as you're seeing the type on. They're coming down in the background, and they're already here on my device or phone. So we saw the Input Factory, and they had their poll. So we went ahead and put that poll right in the pack. You can touch it right from here, and now everyone can take this poll. I already took it. So just how quickly you can consume this information. What's that? Awesome. Too late. So one thing that we kind of did that was really neat is, so imagine, Dimitri has to tell everyone to go take this poll, he has to share it around and stuff, but we just consolidated it here. The other thing we did is, Dimitri can have Zap right inside this pack. So from here, you can just touch it, go right over to the store, and download it. And what we've done is we've pre-filtered this. So if you're on an Android device, it won't show you a Zap, but you can still see the links. If you're on an iPhone or an iOS app, it will show you the app, so you can actually link to it. And it's vice versa. If you have an Android-based pack, it won't show you things, but you can do things that are combined. So just going back to the example, if you guys wanted to connect with Dimitri, sorry, I'm thinking that you, but this is good publicity. Let's go back. You have all his company information right here. You can go follow him on Twitter. You can go visit his website. You don't have to really do any extra effort. It's all right here at your fingertips. And if you want to do this 8 months from now, that's still fine. You have the information, it's sitting on your phone, you didn't have to type any paper. And Dimitri has the ability to update this, which is a really unique feature. The standard way today is you have to register for an email, you gotta get the newsletter, they have to keep sending it to you, they have to recreate from scratch, keep pushing it down, and you have to keep filing it away or trashing it. With an AppPack, you create it once. You can make a link in your email signature that people can get. You can attach it to QR codes, so that if somebody wanted to share it on the live demo here, if you wanted to share this, everyone can grab the BNT code by simply scanning this with their phone, typing in the code BNT27, or it could be a link that gets shared around later if we decide to go ahead and put this on Twitter, Facebook, or email. So what this does now is it allows you to grab the information and share it around and have it so that you can update people's phones, but there was no sign-up required. There was no engagement. We still keep some statistics that lets the company entities know who their demographics are. But what it does is it's meant to be a system where you can push out quality information, get your consumers and audience engaged, so that they can then in return get in touch with you, and you give them the simplest way possible to get in touch with you. The sharing function helps too, because if we take an example where you have people who want to get some information, maybe there's some good videos where you can actually do a nice video intro to your professional. And wouldn't you like to meet your next business professional through a nice video where you don't have to guess who they are through a paper card? You can actually get to see them, meet them, and judge their personality, and you just can't do that in a lot of today's mechanisms without a lot of extra work. So by doing this, you make a system where your consumers turn into your referral network. They would want to share it. They would want to present your information to others because you've given them useful tools that helps them in some sort of entity. You know, if you're a mortgage person or a real estate person, you're giving them tools to help them buy the house. So why wouldn't they want to share that information with their friends? And they can do a lot of simple things. I could go into a lot more features, but that's what we're around for. You can get in touch. Does anyone have any questions for me, or put this up while we're talking? Please come on, escape. In the back.
How would you compare to the LinkedIn service?
Can you say that one more time?
What's the difference between your app and the LinkedIn?
Okay, the difference between, the question was, what's the difference between LinkedIn and our app? We're actually not trying to compete with LinkedIn at all. We actually try to replace a lot of functions they don't have. They don't have content sharing. They don't have a lot of push capabilities. And you have to publicly join somebody before you can actually see any information about them. So where this is private-based, consumers can consume it. Devices, smart TVs, laptops, any with an internet connection. And it gives you that your own sort of container that you can do what you want with.
And another app I want to mention is Bump.
Bump is great, except the minute you bump and you walk away, that information is outdated. There's no way to update it after the fact. So with an AppPack, you can actually bump the pack over, or packs update continuously in the background. So every time you look at it, you have the most current contact information, business information, product information, videos, offers, specials, PDFs, slideshows, the whole nine yards. Anything you want to put in the pack will fit.
Can I disable someone's access to information once it's on their phone?
Yes and no. There is privacy controls, so we do that in domains where if you want to say only this group has it, you can require somebody to share their information back, and then if you decide to limit who your audience is, let's say Microsoft has this pack system and they don't want people at Google to see it, they can say you have to have a Microsoft domain logged into the system to see the content, and if it gets tried sharing outside the domain, it would just show up blank. It would just say you need authorization. But as soon as they get approved, it would appear on automatically. So there is security built in for corporations.
Talk a lot about contact information. What other information do you think is important to share?
Well, if you think about a business, you're typically meeting with clients. You're always pushing some sort of message. You're trying to convey what you do with your products and services. You would want to make that kind of meeting condensed into a pack. So any newsletters, any articles, any PDFs, any video tutorials, demos, pricing sheets, customer testimonials, slideshows, things that you would normally will follow up with, presented up front and give the viewer the ability to access it. And then this way, they have it all in their time. And if they want to consume it all in one night, they can do that. If they want to do it over a period of months, they have that ability too. So you could turn it into a product demonstration of your services too. I have examples for all these if you want to follow up with me after.
Okay, so so you say push things to people? Is there something when the company updates information on their AppPack that automatically notifies all the people that?
It pushes the notifications you're going to turn on and off. We felt it wasn't necessary to know every time somebody did every little thing, so we disabled it from the get-go. It's more like a search tool. When you need it, you just search for a keyword and everything appears. But you can turn on notifications and a history log, which will chronologically show you all the history.
Right, so you as the consumer can turn
Consumer, yeah.
So there's no way as a company to like push something that will notify someone to say we've updated the consumers.
Not unless it's domain to domain, like a closed group, like we're doing B9 groups, that's something we're working on. Or if it's a closed group, yes, because it's kind of corporate government, not to the public. There's already enough of that. Any other questions? All right, thanks if you guys have any questions.
Join Boston New Technology Meetup. Sponsor an event or a venue. Present your idea and attend to network with Boston's brightest. Details are at www.bostonnewtech.org and in the video description.